Okay. Good morning, everybody. So I believe what we have here is this is my Monday training session footage, or what should be my Monday. This week is a little hectic for me, so like my schedule isn't exact, on what it should be on program, but next week I'll like actually be doing things how they should be. I'm still pretty on though. I missed yesterday. It was like yesterday's training sessions, which is fine. If I was gonna miss any day, it should have been yesterday. And because yesterday and today are like really easy to combine, so and it's like not a lot of workload between the 2 days, so it'll be chill. So here on Mondays we're getting in like relatively a high percentage, decent volume on the back squat. That's the focus. I'm not filming any of my accessory work. I'm kind of just doing it on the fly based on like some of what I know I need to do, but also just things that like I want to do. So throwing in like a good amount of calf hypertrophy work just because I feel like I have little baby boy calves and I'm tired of that. So yeah, I think this is the first working set. This would be my morning session or my first session of the day. It's a 5x5. I believe we're doing these working sets at like 150 here. And then I think for the last one I go to 160. So yeah, but you can see I'm moving through these pretty well. I left the belt off all the way up to 143, or like 140, whatever. All these plates are in pounds, so the conversions are kind of annoying, but I usually just round to like, I'm basically, whenever I'm loading and training at a gym like this, I just go off of whatever like I know the plates would be in kilos, because like lower budget kilo plates usually end up just being in pounds anyways, so it's basically the same. The colors at this gym kind of annoy me because they're like miscolored. Like usually it's supposed to be like the 55 pound or 25 kilo plates that are red, and then the blues are 45 pounds or 20 kilos, but whatever. It looks like I'm a lot stronger than I am. So yeah, that was the first session. I mean, you saw like that last set wasn't bad. Moving through them pretty quick. 5x5 is a brutal fucking workout. I don't understand why like 5x5 sucks so much, but it works. So yeah, and then this is the second session of the day. I believe there's some actual like lifting too, because I missed like a session or something, but yeah. Same thing here, no belt all the way up to 315 or 143. Just really trying to get my core back, honestly. Like that's another thing I'm doing in my accessories a lot, is like a lot of core work. Especially since I'm transitioning back to split jerk, I feel like I need to be more articulate in my connection to my core and like trunk control, especially from a rotational standpoint. So here in this session, we've got 8 sets of 3, so 8 triples. Ooh, almost missed the re-rec. 8 sets of 3 at 170. So this was like easier and harder than I thought it would be. It's like the first 4 sets, I'm trying to like wake my body back up and convince it to like train again, but like doesn't like watching the videos back, I'm like, oh, this is moving faster than it felt like it was, and then these back half sets, it's like, oh, okay, we're good, we're on now. Yeah, so moving through these pretty good. I think the goal right now, especially with my squatting, is like I do want to push my numbers, but I don't want to optimize so much for my squat that it's at a detriment to my weightlifting. You know, like you hear a lot of high level weightlifters say, you know, I got to X squat and I didn't really push it past that because there was no reason to. You know, Lou supposedly squatted 300, which like is definitely not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, it's Lou. But we never saw him squat more than like what, 280, 275 on camera, and throughout most of his career he never pushed it past like 270, I think, in like any public training hall that we saw. So especially like towards the back half of his career. So it's like, and he ended up clean and jerking a world record at like the age of what, 34 or some shit, like. So I definitely want to push my squat numbers, but I don't want to push them too far to where like I'm not squatting in a style that would benefit my weightlifting. So being conscious of like my depth and more importantly like the speed at which I'm squatting, that's something I'm really trying to focus on right now, because I still need that explosive generative strength, you know, power generative strength. But yeah. So now we're doing like actual lifting stuff. So this is technically like 2 sessions together too. This would be a morning session. So this first session is a lot of just like priming work. A lot of my morning sessions are just priming work when it comes to the lifts. So we had some either like, it depends on like what you've been heard it called, but like tall snatch or snatch drop unders, and then same thing, tall clean or clean drop unders plus push press. So just stuff to make me feel explosive, stuff to really help me focus on being aggressive in my transition. Yeah, and then the push press is just like, just to make me feel powerful for my jerks later, which kind of worked. I mean, the jerks weren't like perfect this day, I'm not gonna lie. Not in terms of like form, like obviously I'm gonna be horrible at split jerk for a while, so sorry about that. But it's kind of boring for you guys, but yeah, I'll get better at it over time. It was more of like I like overextended on, I think, the last set that I show in this video in a jerk, and I was like, yeah, nah, that hurt. And so I went down and just did some sets lighter just to drill the split jerk a little bit more and was done. This would be the second session. It's like just a power session. So we got, I think it was like 8 doubles on power snatch, all really light, you know. 70 kilos is like, especially percentage wise, 70 kilos isn't anything for me. It's just trying to feel fast, trying to maintain as much speed and as much articulation with the Olympic lifts while I'm focusing on this squat stuff. So and then here I think the complex is like, it's a power clean straight into a power jerk, and then it was supposed to be 2 split jerks, like 2 pause split jerks, yeah. But this was, I think this was like my 4th set or something, and you can see here, yeah, like, ow. Just a little discomfort in the back, because not like insane amounts of pain, just discomfort from, like, I think I'm more conscious of, especially after squat jerking for so long, I'm very conscious of my hip position whenever I'm doing my dip and drive in my jerk now. I can feel like whether I'm getting that little scoop forward as I come out of my dip, and then when I catch, especially since I mean, obviously the catch position is different, but the height at which you catch the bar is very different for the split jerk. So I'm like very overextended right now sometimes if I'm not conscious of it, and that feels not great, and that's not good for my hips or my lower back or my anything else. So we're gonna keep working on that. That's part of like the whole wanting to do more core work and get better control of our trunk. So yeah, but I think I figured out, like, I'm still trying to drill this and focus on this too, but I think I've figured out a good oh my god, excuse me, a good like foot position and in my dip and drive and in my split, and like a good cue in my head of how to get me to split straight, you know, because I used to, when I was splitting, when I first started weightlifting, I would get that weird like tightrope effect almost with my feet, or like where my feet would like crisscross and I'd end up turning really far to my left. So we're doing everything we can to mitigate that. Yeah. Anyways, oh. Okay, anyways, that is Monday's session. So, and I guess technically like Tuesday's session. Yeah, I think that's what those lists were from. I think those are Tuesday's session. So, yeah, I have to go train and film this technically like Wednesday and Thursday combo session, and then tomorrow we get to do some fun stuff for Friday. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Train hard, recover hard. Love you guys. Bye.